Hi guys, welcome back. This is Kirill, your Justice analyst, and today we're continuing with the prediction of the results of the Eurovision 2025. So all the selections have passed, all entries have been selected, we also saw the live performances at the Eurovision pre-parties, so now what is missing are still the actual rehearsals at the Eurovision stage, where we will learn about the actual staging concepts. But now we can at least do the pre-rehearsal results predictions. I already did it for the first semi-finals, so definitely check that one out if you still haven't. Now let's just go each country one by one, where I will kind of make a decision what percentage of qualification chance each country has, and in the end we will see which 10 I'm seeing qualifying to the Eurovision final at this point of time. And let's start with our first entry. And similar to the first semifinal, we have a great, optimistic and up-tempo opener for the second semifinal as well. Milkshake Man by Gojo. He shares definitely some love from the Eurovision fandom. He is ranked 7th by them. He is also ranked 8th by the bookmakers in order to qualify. Of course, Australia has a pretty good qualification record, even though last year they were very close to qualification. Unfortunately, Electric Fields missed to qualify. And I will remind you that they actually had a very good running order. Just the live performance didn't come together so organically. Also, the live vocal of the lead singer was a little bit shaky, a little bit pitchy at some points of time. And with Gojo, it's really hard to predict how it will go. So at this point of time, I'm ranking his chances as 50%. He has definitely proven during the pre-parties that he has a great charisma, great stage presence. He looks also great on stage. It's just still unclear how his live vocal will sound like, and if it will be also too pitchy like last year, he might struggle to qualify. It's so great to see Montenegro back to the Eurovision Song Contest. It's just a pity that already from the beginning, I have to say I don't really see Nina qualifying with this entry. I'm ranking her chances as 15%. She's currently ranked second last by the bookmakers. She's ranked a bit higher by the Eurovision fandom. She's 13th, but in general, slot number 2 with ballot, with not the most memorable ballot. Coming from such a tiny nation as Montenegro is definitely like a non-qualification sentence for Montenegro, so I'm not really sure what can they do in order to come even close to qualification. I absolutely love this tune. It's definitely one of my most listened songs from this year's edition, and I was very hyped after the national selection of Ireland after I have listened to that song. But now watching Emmy performing the song at the pre-party, seeing not really much improvement in the live vocals, in the live stage presence as well, I'm really losing more and more hope that Ireland can make it this year. You all remember that before Bambitak came last year, actually Ireland had one of the worst qualification streaks in the recent times. So I don't think that Emmy will be able to bring Ireland again to the final. So I'm ranking her chances as 25%. I still hope that she will bring some really incredible stage and something completely different, what we are not expecting, and that then it will stand out. But at this point of time, I just think that it will be forgotten. One of the most interesting entries of this year, and definitely the most interesting entry Latvia has sent to Eurovision in the recent years. I absolutely love this. I think the live performance when the girls are performing is so mesmerizing. Their vocal harmonies are so perfect. I just think the song is maybe not the most memorable one. Even in the Latvian Supernova, they didn't win the televote, and also this running order bombing right before Armenia and Austria, which are definitely much more accessible for the public, I think is not really helping. So at this point of time, I'm ranking their chances as 35%. I think they have a lot of potential for a great staging, and if they bring one, maybe Latvia may qualify. You know, Armenia is generally a country which tends to qualify. Last year their chances were not ranked so high, and I couldn't understand why, and this year it's happening again. I think Parg has a very strong song which is perfect for a big arena. I can definitely see crowds singing along, cheering to the song. It will be such a vibe, and I think that the people watching this on TV will definitely get these vibes of Imagine Dragons, of Believer song, and they will love this one. So I think Armenia has 60% chances to qualify. Maybe after Depi Evertessel, the vocals of Parg were a bit questionable if he can pull out the song on the live stage, but now during the pre-party season he has proven he can. one, and it was just a problem with the sound system at the Armenian national selection. So I'm not really sure why he's ranked at this point of time outside top 10 by bookmakers and also by the Eurovision fans. To be precise, bookmakers are putting him on place 13 and the Eurovision fans on place 14. So let's just wait for the rehearsals, and I hope Parg will surprise us all and we'll just fly right into the final. Well, maybe we should just skip this one and jump right to the next entry, because Austria's qualification chance I can only rank with 100%. I think JJ has proven during the pre-parties that his vocals are very stable and just excellent. So no matter what kind of great or disastrous stage in Austria will bring, we will definitely see them in the final. Actually, the first entry I have heard this year is the Greek one. I still absolutely love Asteromata. I think this is one of the most unique songs this year. I love this combination of electronic music and the folk elements, and it seems like Eurovision fandom feels it as well, because they're ranking Klavdia 4th, and if we take a look at the bookmakers, they're ranking her a little bit lower, 6th. So I think Greece should qualify. I'm ranking their chances as 85% at this point of time, because we just haven't seen the final product, the final stage in which they bring with them to puzzle. Their live performance at the Greek national selection could have been improved. I think this was not the best staging concept, but it seems like they have a great team working on the Basel live performance, and they have already promised that we all will be impressed. Lithuania gets each and every year their highest points from Latvia, UK and Ireland, and all these three countries are actually present in the second semi-final, so it definitely gives them even an additional boost. Lithuania was ranked each and every year in the recent times very high by the televoters in the Eurovision semi-finals, so I will just spoil already now that I'm ranking their chances as 65% to qualify. I think the song is maybe a little bit too heavy for the Eurovision Song Contest, but I was saying the same about AWS from Hungary in I think 2018, and they still managed to qualify. And if we take a look at the whole lineup, there is no other rock song in the semi-final, so this one's definitely standing out. And also I definitely have noticed that Katarsis were improving with each and every live performance when they were performing during the pre-parties. The lead singer was even more confident, radiating even more energy than during the live performance at the national selection. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I think we will most probably see Lithuania in the Eurovision final again. Also worth mentioning, bookmakers see it the same way. They're ranking Lithuania 7th at this point of time, and even the Eurovision fans are putting Lithuania on place 9. Naughty, naughty Malta. Well, I absolutely love Miriana Conte. Her song is also so addictive, so it's no surprise that the Eurovision fans are ranking her 3rd in the second semi-final, and also the bookmakers are following and putting her on place 4. Her vocals are also absolutely great, stage presence is there. It's just, you know, typical song which Eurovision fans would heavily resonate with, but I don't think that the general public at the Eurovision Song Contest will appreciate it as much. It will still probably be enough to qualify, so I'm ranking her chances as 60%, but I don't think that she will rank as high as we all expect, because this is just made for us, for the Eurovision fans. So Georgian participation this year is kind of a mystery. The singer came out of nowhere. The song is definitely not something written typically for Eurovision, and that's why it's not a big surprise that Mariam Shengelia is ranked last in accordance with the bookmakers and also last in accordance with the Eurovision fans voting. But after I have heard her performing live at the Eurovision in concert, and she was really one of the strongest vocalists of the night, maybe even the strongest. Georgia has sometimes this kind of surprising factor where they bring maybe not the strongest song. For example, I still remember in 2015, Nina Sublati with Warrior. It was kind of an entry where everyone was sure she will not qualify, and then they pulled out such a great live performance, and then she was even close to top 10 in the end. The song of Mariam has definitely some interesting elements. I like some inclusion of folky elements. It reminds me in some parts of Georgia 2007 entry. Unfortunately not as strong as Visionary Dream, but still kind of going into that direction. So at this point of time, I'm ranking her chance as 20%. I don't think she will qualify simply because it's Georgia. Georgia kind of every year doesn't qualify as long as they don't bring something absolutely groundbreaking and mind-blowing, but I still think that she might surprise us and be not last. one of my personal favorites of this year. I absolutely love the song. I'm absolutely addicted to Hallucination and to Sissal. It's like taking Euphoria from 2012, just updating it a little bit, that it sounds a bit more current for 2025, and then bringing even more powerful vocalists. So I absolutely love it. They also have promised more impressive staging than the one from Adonxs Melody Grand Prix. But because we have seen only her performing at the pre-parties and at the Adonxs Melody Grand Prix, where the live performance was quite simple, I can only rank her chances with 50%. For me, it's really like a borderline qualifier. I don't think that non-Eurovision fans will go heavily for this, and unfortunately Eurovision fans already have Malta, they have their Finland, so I don't think there will be so many left who will vote for Denmark, but I really keep the fingers crossed it will be enough. At least my vote goes to Sissal. Kiss, kiss. Definitely one of the most modern and polished entries comes from Czechia this year, Adonxs with Kiss Kiss Goodbye. I think his artistic vision is great, the way he dresses for each and every performance is great, he can move perfectly, he can sing perfectly. I just really hope that this artist will get more recognition in the future. And his Eurovision song is very strong, so I'm ranking his qualification chances as 70%, and I'm reserving this additional 30% just before we see the final live staging concept, because it's Czechia, it's not really the country which each and every year surprises us with something incredible, but I'm pretty sure that he will qualify and will bring a great result for Czechia. He's also ranked 5th by the bookmakers and 5th by the Eurovision fans, so he seems to be a very safe qualifier. Luxembourg, one of just 2 countries with absolutely perfect 100% qualification record in accordance with the televoting in the Eurovision semi-finals. The second one would be Sweden, so the bar of expectations is high. That's why also the position in accordance with the bookmakers, 10th place, is very much justified. The Eurovision fans also like it because it of course has this nice references to the previous Eurovision winner, to France goal, so the fandom ranks her 8th. I'm actually not that optimistic. I will give 45% chance of qualification to Luxembourg. Unfortunately, what we have seen during the pre-parties was not that impressive. I think Laura still has a lot to work on with regards to her vocals. I'm also not sure how much budget Luxembourg has for a groundbreaking performance in Basel, but I think the song really needs that. So they still have a lot to work on, but they don't have so much time remaining. So at this point of time, I'm struggling to see Luxembourg qualifying, but I really hope that they will polish everything and then she will sneak in. You say, yeah! Well, another entry where there is just almost nothing to say. I think this entry will fly right into the final. It's definitely one of the main contenders to win the semi-final. So Yuval Raphael, with her very touching story, with her very touching song, will for sure be in the Eurovision final. So I'm ranking her chances as 100%. I think it's more the question, will she be the winner of the semi-final, or will it be Finland, or will it be maybe Austria? Of course, bookmakers are also ranking her first, jointly actually with Finland and Austria, but the Eurovision fans are not as excited. It's ranked unfortunately only 11th. In any case, it will qualify. I think it doesn't matter. And now another entry which is totally underrated by the Eurovision fans. It's ranked currently 15th, which is absolutely crazy for me. It's already ranked much higher by the bookmakers. Now Prince is sitting at space number 9, but I would rank his chances to qualify as 75%. I think this is a perfect Eurovision Balkan ballad. This is exactly what we were missing for the last years. It brings back those memories of beautiful, especially Serbian ballads by Željko Joksimović or different Bosnia and Herzegovina entry in Eurovision. And the vocals of Prince are just great, and the revamped version which he has performed in the Eurovision concert in Amsterdam was so much stronger than the one which he performed at the Serbian national selection, so I'm pretty sure he will qualify, even if the Eurovision fans don't think so. And well, not a big surprise, you already know that Finland is ranked first by the bookmakers together with Austria and Israel. It's also ranked second by the Eurovision fans in the semi-final. So yeah, I don't think that Erika could not qualify. So I'm ranking her chances as 100%. If she will become the winner of the semi-final, hard to say, but her running order is definitely helping. What a tough semi-final. I have to say there are a couple of songs which are really fighting for last spots in the final, but now let's take a look at my final ranking. So as you can see on your screen, in my opinion, the following countries will qualify. It's Armenia, Austria, Greece, Lithuania, Malta, Denmark, Czechia, Israel, Serbia, and Finland, which means only 4 songs will qualify from the first half and 6 songs will qualify from the second half. You can also see that both Australia and Denmark I have ranked with 50%, but at this point of time, because we don't really know what to expect from Australia and we have seen already pretty decent performance of Sissal from Dansk Melody Grand Prix, I'm putting her at this point of time higher, but of course after rehearsals it all can change. So that's what I have thought about the second semi-final. I think Australia, Latvia, Luxembourg, they still have a very good shot to qualify. In case they will bring a great live performance, they can definitely take the spot away from Sissal and maybe also from the others. But the technical rehearsals have already started. The first rehearsals of the actual artists will kick off super soon, so I just can't wait, and then we will discuss the updated predictions. Please let me know down below in the comments, what do you think? Maybe you see one of the entries which I have ranked lower than 50% still qualifying. I'm really curious to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and tune in for the next one. Bye!